Honestly, with the whole Oscar situation, I know some people are team Oscar, some people are team Kim, team Drew. I'm team nobody, and I'm being 100% honest. I'm team nobody because I understand both sides of the argument. I get where Drew and Kim are coming from. I get where Oscar and Alexis are coming from. They all have valid points. You know what I mean? All of them. And it seems like this Oscar storyline is affecting other people in the town too. You know what I mean? Like from what I've noticed. Um, so getting into it though, it's always lovely to see Diane as usual, the goddess of law. I love the friendship Alexis and Diane have because as many times as they've done battle in the courtroom against each other, they always come out still friends. You know what I'm saying? Because they have an understanding where they don't mix their business with personal. You know what I'm saying? They never do that. And I love that because that's a rule that a lot of people need to have who are colleagues and stuff. You never mix business and personal. It's always business, it's never personal. And Alexis and Diane have that mutual understanding. That's what I love. You know what I'm saying? They know at times being defense attorneys, they're going to have to battle each other in that courtroom. They know that. Win, lose, or draw, whichever one wins or lose don't matter. They're still going to be friends at the end of it. That's pretty dope. I love that. Um, I love how Diane was basically, even though she's representing Kim and Drew in the lawsuit, she understood both sides of the argument, and this is what I'm talking about. I understand both sides of the argument as well. And Diane was sitting there nodding her head the whole time Alexis was talking. She was nodding her head the whole time Drew was talking because she agreed with both sides. She agreed, but as a lawyer, she's more kind of on the Kim and Drew side because she sees Oscar as a child who should not be making such a major decision for himself. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do. And I love that, the two of them are going to duke it out. You know? Oscar is being such an asshole right about now. So apparently he stayed at Elizabeth's house last night. I guess Elizabeth probably didn't know, more than likely. Um he crashed on Cameron's bedroom floor. And he was acting so snarky with Cameron, though. I'm like, this dude did you a favor by allowing you to crash on his floor, and you're gonna have an attitude with him. I would have whooped his ass. I'm just saying, that's just me. It's like I don't tolerate all that. You could be rude and disrespectful to your parents. That's on you. But if you come at me personally when I helped you, and you come at me with attitude, bruh, we gonna have to knuckle up. I'm just saying, we gonna have to knuckle up. Um, I don't like this little shitty attitude he has towards everybody. Like it's getting annoying. He's getting annoying. Like I sympathize with his situation, but that attitude has to go. Um, then he gonna tell Cameron, stay away from Jocelyn, or he doesn't want Cam hanging around Jocelyn, dating her. First of all, Oscar, you have no right to tell anybody who they should be dating. You cooked up this little dumbass plan to get Jocelyn to hate you and to date somebody else and move on. So not only are you controlling that situation, but you want to control who she dates? Bruh, sit your ass down. You ain't got that much power. You ain't got no power at all. Sit your ass down. He's starting to really get on my nerves. Like I said, this whole Oscar storyline is affecting people around him. Julian wanted to see Leo and be closer to Leo. Leo got big. Since the last time I seen him. Olivia jumping to all the wrong conclusions. She think that Julian, wants to see Leo and being all, sentimental because she thinks that, something wrong with him or he's back in the mob and he got people coming after him. I mean, I can understand why Olivia always thinks the worst of Julian. I get it, but at the end of the day, it's nothing like that. Julian told her like he just wanted to see his son because with everything going on with Oscar, it put his life more into perspective. That he needs to spend more time with his son. You know what I'm saying? Like more than what he's normally spending. Cameron, this whole thing with Oscar is affecting him too, because he basically, was more sentimental towards Elizabeth. He told her, he doesn't tell her enough that he loves her and stuff like that. I like that scene. This storyline is really hitting a lot of people. The whole Oscar situation is really, touching on heartstrings with people. It's making people grow closer with their loved ones. And, that's a good thing. But Oscar is not making it easy. So he went to Julian and got a job full time as a busboy. So that's step one in his case to prove that he can live on his own, he can support himself. First of all, being a busboy better pay a hell of a good salary with tips. I'm just saying, because like I said before, New York is expensive. Even the most run down apartments in New York are hella expensive. So being a busboy alone full time is not gonna pay them bills. I'm just saying, like that's not gonna cut it. Um, Even if you get a little studio apartment, them studio apartments are high. I'm just saying, like anything in New York is high. New York is expensive. That's why for me, I would probably never live in New York. It's too damn expensive. Like I've actually, anytime I've been to New York and I've seen apartments out there, they're like overly expensive. In the Bronx, all of that, like that shit is expensive. So you really have to have like a high enough paying job to live there. Like the cost of living out there is ridiculous. Um, I remember I went into McDonald's in New York. I think it was in the Bronx. Bruh, they sandwiches are even expensive. They're like McDoubles and McChickens. They're expensive compared to where I live. I'm like, that's why I couldn't move to no New York. I'm like, y'all too damn high. Like, yeah, too fucking high. I couldn't do it. New York, California, I couldn't live there. Not unless I'm a millionaire. Can't live there. Or I make six figures. I'm just saying, like, I can't live there. It's too high. Um, so yeah, Kim was pissed when she found out Julian gave him the job. But because Julian didn't know that he was suing for emancipation. He had no clue about that. If he did know, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have obviously given them the job. But Kim had a point though. He would have just went to somebody else anyway to get a job, which is true. And bringing me back to Alexis real quick. I loved how she put it to Drew that her taking the case is a good thing because it's a lesser of two evils. Had she took the case, had he hired Scott Baldwin as his attorney, I agree with Alexis. Scott would have turned it into a media frenzy. He would have got the media involved. They would have crucified Drew and Kim in the public eye, which would have definitely helped their case. Trust me, Scott would have done all of that. Even Diane was nodding her head in agreement. She knew that what Alexis was saying about Scott was true. She knew because everybody know how Scott get down. He loves all the theatrics and stuff like that, all the the dramatics and stuff. Just to paint a pretty picture for his clients. That's what he does. So Alexis had a point there, and it is a good thing that she took the case, even though Drew was pissed. And Alexis was agreeing with Drew, like he had every right to be pissed because if the shoe was on the other foot, she would have been the same way, same exact way. She would have flipped out too. You know what I'm saying? Because as a parent, what parent wouldn't flip out over something like this? You know what I'm saying? Like who wouldn't? So of course, Kim trying to go to Sam and get Sam to talk to, you know, Alexis and get her to back out. It doesn't matter at this point who goes to talk to Alexis. She's not going to back down from this case. It don't matter if Sam talks to her. It don't matter if Julian talks to her. It don't matter if God himself talked to her. She's not going to step down as his attorney. She's not going to do it. It's done. Kim might as well just knuckle up and get ready to go to trial. Period. You got a good lawyer. Oscar has a good lawyer. Y'all might as well just go to court and duke it out. All these, backdoor deals you trying to make ain't gonna work. Getting Julian to talk to her, Sam to talk to her, it's not gonna work. It's going to court. So you might as well just get over it, let go and let God. Just settle it in the courtroom and let the judge figure it out. That's your best option at this point. Um, Carly, I understand why she went to go see Elizabeth about Oscar and I mean not Oscar, but about Cameron and Jocelyn and stuff. I get it because recently they both were accused of stealing. So I understand why Carly went to go talk to her, like just to make sure as parents they're on the same page where their kids are concerned. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a mature thing to do. Um, Even though it's evident that Carly doesn't like Elizabeth, that's obvious, and vice versa. But I think they need to be mature adults in this situation. Like, you can't stop your kids from hanging out. So it's like, just be on the same page and know what's going on. Um, I'm actually liking the fact that Carly is on this crusade right now for Ferncliff, trying to help people. I don't like that she's necessarily a part of the Kevin storyline, because the reason I don't like that she's involved in the Kevin storyline so much is because I want to see more Felicia. This is more Felicia's storyline, and Carly shouldn't really have a voice in it too much. Not a. I mean, if you're gonna have Carly be a part of the storyline, that's fine, but it shouldn't overshadow the original person of the storyline. Felicia should be more heavily involved in this storyline, way more than Carly, seeing as how she was the original in the first storyline. Um, I am happy that Carly is, advocating for some people in Ferncliff and stuff, because it's a selfless act, and sometimes you wouldn't expect it out of Carly to do something charitable. Um, so I'm actually happy that she's doing something that doesn't really revolve around herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to help other people. Um, Even though it is about the Kevin storyline, but still, it's pretty cool that she's determined to help. She's even getting Laura involved in it too, because Laura wants to help and stuff like that. Because Laura's running for mayor again. Um, I'm glad Alexis told Laura, like, as much as you try to avoid having your family's business muddled through the press and stuff like that, if you're gonna enter into the politics, it's gonna happen. Your opponents are gonna mudsling. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna bring up your past, your children's past, your grandkids. They're gonna do whatever they can to win. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they can, they're gonna do. That's what happens. I see it all the time. Even with the elections going on right now, I see commercials of campaigns and stuff where people are throwing mud at the other candidates. I see it all the time. We're seeing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, with these governors and stuff like that. Um, so it's it's just something to get used to. You know what I'm saying? Now it's up to you if you want to throw mud back. You know what I'm saying? But Laura's the type of person, she's not gonna dig up Ned's past and all that. She's gonna stick to the facts. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person she is. She wants to stick to the facts. And I think that's good of her if she does do that. Hopefully she does. Um Donald Trump, of course, had to interrupt the rest of this show, so I only got to see some parts were skipped out. But this was a pretty solid episode though. A lot of people are, pissed about Oscar driving the storyline because some people feel like it's too much Oscar. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. You know, but what can you do about it? Curtis, of course, is worried about Drew not being his best man or whatever. Curtis, who cares? We don't even know if you and Jordan even gonna get married at this point. I'm just saying, like, we don't even know. Like, hopefully y'all do, but I ain't really, looking forward to it in a way. But anyway, I hope all you have a great day. If I forgot anything, whatever. But hope all you have a great day. Peace.